What's going on, everybody? Okay, I know you're thinking another talking head video. We're just gonna row through this. This is just my list of the pros and cons of living in my wonderful state, Utah. I'll just start off with the negative. Um, Full disclosure, it's dry AF here. I think Utah is the second driest in the nation. I think Arizona is the number one driest. So you can imagine winters here or summers here, hot, dry you out, sweat evaporating off of you. Anyway, and then let's see. So that's one. And this is a list of 5 on each. Two. If you're a drinker, this is probably going to be an issue. If you're a non-drinker, super restrictive alcohol laws. We have state-run liquor stores. Some of you are like, what? Yeah, so the states actually run these liquor stores. You can't buy, you can buy beer, at the grocery stores and things like that. But liquor, not like Vegas or something like that where you can go down to your Smith's and you can go get, Jack Daniels or whatever. No, you got to go to the state liquor store for that. For a while there, we actually had 3.2 beer. I think that's gone. I think it's 5% or 6%. So I think it's, right in line with the nation's average. Let's see. What's my next one on my list? Air quality. We're rated as one of the worst, but I think that has a lot to do with the winter times here. And I think that's mainly Salt Lake City and how it's constructed, and it is the topography of it. Mountains here, cold air, a little bit warmer air stacks on top, and it traps everything in. It's called inversion. Something actually happens natural, so it's more dust, things of that nature. So I believe that's why we get a bad rap for our air quality. It's the winters here. It traps it, the inversion. You can actually look it up, see some pretty hazy, nasty pictures. But for the most part, right now it's beautiful, clear skies. Amazing right now. Let's see, what is next on my list here? Ooh. You know what? If you're thinking about relocating here, which if you're watching this, that might be something you're thinking about. Housing is expensive. I think we've had some of the largest growth in home prices over the last couple of years. I want to say at least not 2020. We've seen upwards of like 40% increases in some areas. Obviously, it is a little bit farther down, but not a lot of homes available like most of the U.S. I think everywhere is dealing with that low inventory, and people are still buying. And then my final one. Well, this can be either a pro or a con. Like this one kind of falls in between. Cost of living. So we actually fall 26 out of our state, like kind of right in the middle. So depending on how you look at this, if you're glass half full, or half empty, depends. Goods and stuff like that, I guess it's what it's measured at. Housing is a little bit into consideration there, so our actual living expense or our housing cost is considerably higher. Rent's higher, mortgages are higher because our prices are higher. So I think that's taken into consideration. So 26 out of the states, not horrible, but I'd say that's a con. Our cost of living is kind of on the high side, especially because we have about a 7.2% sales tax. So that doesn't help. Let's go into some of the nicer stuff about my state. Let's see. The one that I put for number 1, looking at my notes here, outdoor. Outdoor, if you are an outdoorsy person, and like me, my favorite's golf. I love the outdoors. We actually have some amazing golf courses here. There we go. Yeah, 72% of actually, or 70-ish% of Utah's population is involved in some type of outdoor recreation, whether it be hiking, biking, the camping. We have some of the best fishing. It's crazy because Salt Lake, I can be 40 minutes and I can be on a river fishing, you know, hanging out with buddies or whatever, camping. It's incredible, which kind of leads me into a couple other things. But that's my number one. I love how outdoorsy and all the cool stuff that you can do here as far as hiking and whatnot. Number two, this is a big one. Utah for pros. We have like the best job market, like really, really good. I think our unemployment rate's somewhere, I think it's like 2.1%. Nation's average is 2.9 to 2.6, so we're actually under that. We're considered the next Silicon Slopes. I believe, actually I know this, a city called Lehigh, they're actually getting a huge investment. It's like $11 billion from Texas Instruments. I don't know exactly what they're going to build. I think it's some type of microchip, but we have the best job market, huge growth, huge potential for a lot of opportunity. Yeah. Let's see, what's my next on my list here? The beauty and diversity. So I kind of talked about this. This goes with the outdoors. Like, Utah has the mountain, high elevation, lush green forest, anywhere from red rock canyons to crazy looking. There's a couple places. One of them is called Goblin Valley. It's these big old boulders, and it's got this clay, and he makes these little pedestals. Incredible. There's a green mountain there because of some mineral that's in the ground that turned the mountain green. Lake Powell, just absolutely crazy. From desert to lush green, like, it's so diverse in the topography and the actual makeup of the state. Beautiful. Kind of falls in line with number one on my list there. 5, family friendly. I myself, being an Air Force veteran, I've been all over the world. And this is the most family friendly place I have ever been to. It's actually Utah's one of the youngest populations in the state. I wrote down here, average age is around 30 years old. 90% of the population is actually going to be graduating high school or something like that in the next little bit. Super young. Yeah, so family friendly. Like, this place, if you're going to, settle down and, raise a family, this is definitely, and I think a lot of it has to do with the religious backgrounds. I don't know if you're religious or not, but I think it has a lot to do with it, kind of the values and everything that are set forth within the community because of those. I'm going to go to something here real quick. So some of my notable mentions. So I'm going to go with my notable mentions on my cons. Utah has some of the worst drivers. Like, I have never seen a place where it could be sunny, beautiful, clear weather, and there's rollover accident. Anyways, and then my notable mentions for pros. This actually probably should have made the list, but I just kind of put it on there. Violent crime. Utah has the lowest violent crime, or one of the lowest, by almost 40% lower than the nation's average. There's actually regions in the U.S. or in here that it's like 90% lower. So Utah's a very safe state, and it kind of leads into, or goes back to that family friendly, like, super incredible, super great state. Yeah. So there's my pros and cons of living in good old Utah. If you're thinking about relocating here, shoot me a message. We can have conversations and I can see what I can do for you. As always, love you all. God bless. Have a great day.